Hi, it's Jack from Alpha Charts with an experiment week 8 update. Today is July 25th, 2020. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, so week 8 is in the books, and this is a great week because now we are 2/3 of the way done with this experiment. And again, some of the purposes of this experiment was to try to minimize over trading, more of a positional trade type situation, automate some tradings, validate my top-down approach. Also to work on the risk management section of this because right now I have a max drawdown 10%, which would be this column right here. But I don't know if that 10% should be uh, from the purchase price and never move and let things fluctuate within, or via like a trailing 10%. So that's kind of what I am uh, looking into actually right now. So week 8 is in the books. So what are we seeing? So from the beginning, S&P is up 5.38. And by the way, the beginning is June 1st, 2020. 5.38 for the SPY. Qs are up 9.51 and IWM up 5.17. So in my portfolio right now, Square continues to be the best performer, up about 50%. The Trade Desk, 36, Coupa, 28, Etsy, Twilio, SolarEdge. And so some of the things to think about is that these early on, would the 10% trailing would have been fine and would not have triggered any of these. Where they would have triggered this one and these two, iFi and Everbridge, right off the bat. So again, this is I'm going to look and see what's the best way, because you see Everbridge kind of came back, then dipped down again, and so it's been kind of all over the place. So maybe it would have been better just to pull the plug at 131.63 on this one, because even right now, that money isn't that much different, and we could have used that money to reinvest into a winner and not a loser like this is. So that's what I'm looking at. By the way, in week 8, we had 80% have been green, which means that they are positive, and 20% are yellow. Nothing is red, which is very nice. Now, when we are looking at this, and I'm going to do that. Actually, I already have that going. Never mind. So when we add up our column of everything, it's an increase of 14.51%. The Qs are probably the closest thing to my style. So you're looking at a 5% or higher than the Qs, right? 9.51. That was 14.51, so 5%. But that's a 50% increase in returns. So that is a significant increase. It's not, jump change. It's 5% is 5%. You're beating the market. Is it this 49.36? No, I want to be obviously more in this range. And again, being able to potentially cut some of these guys earlier, because they really never recovered, right? Maybe give it up to 3 or 4 weeks, because by that time it's either going to move in the right direction, or it's just basing, or potentially moving down, right? So so maybe looking here, there's a bunch of yellows in the first 2 weeks. So maybe it takes 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks, we can kind of make that determination, or trailing 10%. We'll see. I want to give it the full 12 weeks to really figure this out. I think that will be very, very instructive. By the way, these two columns right here, they're not accurate. I have not updated them. I'm going to wait till week 12, and then I'm going to do the final tally, right? So as of right now, though, 5% better than the Qs. That's pretty darn good. And the trailing 10% tends may be the best way to go on this. But again, we're going to give it 4 more weeks to know for sure. I will update each and every week. Just a couple of thoughts going forward. The cues, here's the weekly chart. We're looking at weekly charts right now. The cues right now, showing some more volatility. Maybe, maybe something's going on here. A couple of weeks that have look more distribution and less accumulation like. So maybe we have a retest of this 237, 238 level. That would be really instructive, right? To see how these growth stocks are holding up, because that's what we're looking for, right? Outperformance among these stocks. So how these hold up compares to the average would be is of utmost importance. Also, a trailing 10%. When I go back and look at these to find out where things may have stopped out in fluctuations along the way, right? That's important. So Qs look like that. My best performer, let's take a look at that real fast. That was Square, beautiful base breakout. Right, bought in right at the right time, and boom, moved really, straight up almost. And my worst performer, EVBG, right? Everbridge. Worst performer here, in June, which is when I went into this, it was here, June 1st. And now we're at 133.21. And so, yep. Okay, so I guess in June it was 146.26 when I originally bought this one. So let's take a look at 146.26. Yeah, so it must have been like right there. And then the next day it probably moved straight down. But it just shows you entries matter, right? I tend to like to look at things closer to, see, right there is where I bought it, hypothetically. And then it went straight down and kind of moved sideways. So again, not a bad looking stock, right? But because the entry was so far away from its eventual bottom right here, it's just kind of chopped around. So we'll see. So that's my best, my worst, and everything's in between here. So again, not too shabby. 4 more weeks to go, and then we're gonna really break down, I think, each and every name, and it'll be a longer video once we do that, and really look at max drawdowns and so on and so forth, and see what see the best way to manage this. Hope you all have a good week. Good luck out there. Hope you enjoy these types of videos. If you do, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you're on Twitter, retweet. I really do appreciate all that. And I hope you all have a great week. Take care.